All right, what's up, everybody? We're here at the episode number 4 of the Drunken Podcast. I'm here with Justin
Hey, what's going on, guys? Justin here, episode 4, Drunken Podcast.
and Patrick.
What's up, boys? How's it going?
It's going good, man. What's everybody drinking this week?
I'm back on this Sweetwater IPA. I just have so much of it, but it's so good.
All right. And Pat?
I'm fishing for leftovers, so I'm drinking some of that Fremont I had about an episode or two back. Found a beer, one Heineken, and then whatever's left in the fridge after.
Nice.
I'm drinking a Michelob Ultra.
Sweet.
Switching it up from the Bud Light this week.
Nice.
Surprise, especially with this new album we're going to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, how's everyone's week been going?
Well, I'm going to start my week off by cracking this beer.
Damn right. Ooh.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
That's good.
Oh,
My week's been crazy.
Yeah, it sounds like both of you guys have been having pretty crazy weeks. My week's been fucking boring as shit, so.
Yeah. My week's finally winding down.
Well, you were like in San Diego. Patrick, you were in Arizona.
Yeah, dude. It was hot as shit.
Let's hear about Arizona.
I was in Arizona. It was 90. Well, when the first day we got there, it was 80, and I was like, oh, sweet. This is like a good lead up. Next day, it was like a fucking 102 or some shit. I was like, this is death. And then we saw, because I was staying with my grandparents, right? Free room and board. We were outside, like, helping my grandparents plant or something like that. And I saw two old dudes riding a bike with jeans on and a windbreaker. I was like, I was like, what's going on? This is ridiculous.
Jeez.
So, yeah, those old people, dude, they must get really cold because that was stupid.
Justin, you got any tales from San Diego?
Yeah, I'll give a quick little rundown. So we had to go to San Diego to pick up this jet that we had to do some minor maintenance on. And so we got that fixed, and we went to this place in San Diego that's called Old Town. And
I love Old Town.
Yeah, so you've been there. So as you know, it's kind of like that episode of South Park where they have the reenactment land. And Butters and Cartman go away, and everyone else is stuck there, but they get held hostage. Well, it was almost as bizarre because there's all these kids there on field trips, and there's also all these homeless men everywhere, just laying around. So there's all these kids, and this vagrant homeless dude just dropped his pants and started itching his dick in front of all these kids.
Oh God.
And people are freaking out, dude. Pants around ankles. They're calling the cops. We're losing our minds. We're about to see people.
Shit.
And then while this is going on, some dude on an electric scooter is driving around saluting us and stuff, doing tricks on a sweet fucking 90cc electric motor scooter.
So overwhelming.
Yeah, so we were we gotta get out of here, man. So as we're leaving, we almost hit another homeless person on the on-ramp to the freeway, and then a mariachi man was on the side of the road just dancing and shit, serenading us. It was bizarre. So then we got our work done in California, and on the way back we had all this beer left over, so we just got sloshed on the way to the airport.
Nice.
Finally got back to New Orleans, and our duty driver from the airport just wasn't there, so we just sat around all night. Then had yesterday off, got some stuff done, and today got called into work, and we worked 2 hours and got off, and we spent $1,000 in ammo and just went to the levee and magged down some guns. That's what I did.
Sounds like a pretty good week.
Yeah, it was exciting.
All right, well, since we're on the topic of you guys being on vacation, Justin, any good fast food to talk about while you're in San Diego?
Yeah, I got fast food and just some good places in general. It's probably kind of touristy, but obviously I had to go to In-N-Out, and we went there twice. And I had my first 3x3. That was awesome. It was so good.
Nice.
And I don't know if you guys ever been to In-N-Outs in other states, but In-N-Out in other states is garbage. California In-N-Out is I don't know why it is, but it's so much better.
Patrick was just saying the same thing.
Yeah,
he said he went in Arizona, didn't you?
Yeah, I went, dude. In-N-Out's burgers are bomb. They are
they're
good.
so good.
They are top tier burgers, right? Their fries, I am severely disappointed in their fries.
Unless you're in California, though.
Really?
Yeah, no. If you're in California, they're like hot, fresh. The crispiness is right. But like I've gone to In-N-Out in like Nevada, and it's awful, dude. Their fries are like cold, like pickup sticks, man.
Yeah, dude. It's literally in Arizona, dude. It was like eating styrofoam. I was like, it was awful. I was like,
also, it's like I don't know, like the pink lemonade is better. Like everything is just better in California, like for some reason.
Yeah.
Even the homeless people, huh?
Yeah, they're fucking wild. But yeah, so In-N-Out was cool, and then we went to like some Mexican place kind of by Old Town called Coyote Cafe, and I had some awesome carnitas. And we went to a burrito place in National City called Rolando's.
Nice.
And I got like some more burritos. I just had it was just a like burger Mexican like filled like 3-day adventure. And there was like this awesome like roach coach that like pulled up to like the squadron, and like we had more burritos. It's been like a lot of. That's what I was doing.
Pat, did you eat anything else while you're in Arizona?
Yeah, we went to Phoenix has quite a bit of breweries, so we hit up
Nice.
one brewery. I'm gonna blank the name. I don't know. It was like a really high, like a pretty much like a new developed area, right? So they're trying to appeal to like the younger millennial type, right? Like us, pretty much.
Right. Yeah.
And so they're opening up like all these new apartments, and then they have all these new breweries, and it was packed in there, dude. But some of the best beer I've had actually came out of that brewery. It was really good.
Nice.
I hit up another brewery called the Phoenix. I think it was just Phoenix Brewery, and yeah, it was pretty good too, I must say.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't really have. I did a whole money saving week, so I had soup and like bologna sandwiches every day for dinner, pretty much.
Dude,
except for like one night I had McDonald's just on the way home, real quick. So
yeah, I need to practice that.
Yeah, I was just trying to save money this week. That's all it was, really.
Yeah. I hear you.
And then I'm tired of eating out and shit. I try to limit to the weekend nowadays. If I want to eat out, I'll just eat out on the weekend, and that's it.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I figured out, dude. After like moving out of that house in U District with all my roommates and stuff, and like finishing college and getting an apartment, you finally realize like people are like, you know, they don't have life. Kind of just takes over sometimes.
Yeah.
And I've definitely hit that. Where it's just like I just don't feel like I have time for anything other than work and sleep.
All right, Pat. Well, let's talk about eSports since you wanted me to bring this up today.
Yeah, dude, it's getting big, man.
It's getting huge. Yeah. Over League, Overwatch League. Sorry.
Yeah. So the reason why I wanted to bring this up was because people that are really big into like Fortnite and stuff and watching like Twitch streams. Ninja is really big, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm forgetting his whole name, but that's like his.
It's like Ninja Fortnite or something like that.
Yeah, and he's the one that played with Drake, right, for Fortnite.
Right.
But seen an interview with him, and he was just talking about how he felt that him playing with Drake has really kind of broken ground with being able, like, people now can look at esports as like something to take seriously, and playing video games isn't necessarily like. They're trying to like destigmatize, right? This whole idea that video games is for people that they don't want to, you know, they just want to sit around and do nothing and be lazy and play video games all day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not necessarily the case, right? You can still be successful and do what you want and be able to enjoy video games. And he talked about how it really kind of broke a barrier for esports a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But you brought up earlier before we started, right, how kind of when you look at esport articles, it
well, it was just a quick little thing that popped up. Like I saw this like controversies in esports, and I'm like going, what? So I click on it, start reading it, and it's like it's almost like the typical shit that you get with like football players, you know, like they're raping people and shit and getting sexual assault cases against them. It's like they're getting that same shit going on in esports too now. And I was like, damn, this is like a real life sport event thing, you know, going on. Like people are getting in trouble for doing shit, it's a little bit different because if you fuck up in the esports and you get kicked out of the league, like you're done.
Right. Yeah.
Where it's like these football players, they get second chances. They get to come back. They might get suspended, but
right.
they get to come back and play.
Even if you were well known within an esports league, right, you could make money on Twitch or something like that from donations, and so it's not all is lost. But what Ninja really talked about was that he thought that because the day and age that we're in right now, technology is so ubiquitous across like so many people, especially here in the U.S., that becoming a professional esports gamer for kids that are like 10 or 11 right now is a very real thing. And it's very odd to think about how somebody, just like somebody would train to become good at basketball or football, right? They train when they're 6 and they want to become the best, right? To go pro or something. It's starting to become a reality with these esports teams. And you talked about how in China, these people have already kind of started doing that, giving their kids GameCube controllers at 6 and they want them to play Super Smash Bros. So they can win tournaments nationally or something, And it's just so weird to think about because when we were kids, that wasn't a thing. It wasn't like you want to play video games all day the rest of your life. You weren't cool, So it's just kind of a weird thing to think about this esports stuff. How it's just an emerging thing, when we're 30 or 40, we could potentially you could be watching esports game matches, in arenas or something like that.
Well, have you guys ever seen esports on TV?
I haven't. No.
Yeah, like some like cable channels now they actually have us like esports channels. Like when we were in Nevada for 2 months, we would watch like this like the Blizzard StarCraft like finals were going on. StarCraft 2. Have you guys ever played that?
Yeah, I've played StarCraft, but
yeah, like dude, StarCraft 2 like. That like you get into it like a sport, like that is insane.
Yeah,
like they're going hard, dude. Like if you should like look up some footage, like some StarCraft 2 stuff, because like I dabble in it. I'm like awful. My APMs are trash. I'm just like no strategy. But like dude, StarCraft is like stressful. It's like the most stressful game I've ever played. Right. And they have this on TV, and you can like watch, and like we're all gathered around, like getting hyped and stuff, because like the stuff they can pull off in the game, their hands are moving so quick. They're like their minds are doing all the strategy stuff. It's insane. And they also have like Overwatch on the TV now and stuff, dude. Like it's pretty cool. Like,
so the only thing I've seen is Overwatch League on Twitch, and I was watching people play that a little bit. And that game, of course, is like made to be competitive.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's the main thing. The other thing I wanted to talk about was like what games are currently esports. So I know StarCraft. I know Overwatch. I think Dota is one.
Yeah, Dota 2.
Dota 2,
CSGO.
League of Legends. What else is there?
CSGO.
Fortnite, dude.
Fortnite.
Is Fortnite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it considered esports though, or is it just like still like a streaming thing?
No, they just.
I don't know.
This team. That's one of the things I put here. Pro gaming team signs 13-year-old Fortnite player Kyle Mongrel Jackson. Team secret.
I know PUBG, like they're forming leagues, but like even the company, they're like we're not quite there yet. They're trying to make it more entertaining.
So Dr. Disrespect, he's a popular Twitch live streamer.
Yeah.
Talked about this. And he said the problem with PUBG right now is that since it's so random, as far as like getting loot and stuff goes, it's hard to make it a competitive sport because it would just be so unbalanced and unfair. That's why I think they're actually working on getting like a type of competitive mode, for it. Yeah.
Where you could like choose loadouts and stuff.
Not necessarily loadouts, but you just when you everybody goes to a centralized location and there's weapons there for everybody and then pick them up.
That's the one thing that with Fortnite and with all these battle royale, it's kind of hard to make them esport competitive because. Right, like you said, when you if you find a certain weapon, right, or you don't find anything right off the bat, or you're screwed. I mean, that's what makes it entertaining too. But when you watch like CS:GO tournaments, right, you can pick like loadouts, and you have like
and it's really confusing because you have to know when to buy guns and all that kind of stuff too. Like
Pat, you played that one mode with me that they did that event where it was like
you
already had a weapon and you would just drop down and
Oh yeah,
and you respawn. I think that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah. Okay. I
Is
can
make
see
that the competitive mode. And you just
Right.
you'd get just a random weapon. You start off with whatever weapon you get, but it makes it fair because everybody has something different. So it's like you're not
Right.
going to
You
be
can start out
screwed.
with shit, or you can start out with the best gun. Or,
Yeah. Well, you're not going to. No, that's what I'm saying. That it's like everybody started off with either an assault rifle, a sniper rifle, or some a good gun. They didn't you didn't. And then like you had a pistol as a backup. Everybody had a pistol as a backup. So it's like everybody. It was fair. It was like level playing field.
Right.
And then if you killed someone, you could pick up their weapon and use it too.
Yeah.
Sounds like Halo.
I mean, what do you guys think about Fortnite getting so like do you guys just feel like that game just kind of exploded out of nowhere and it was like all of a sudden everybody's playing?
Yeah.
Well, like
I've
my
played
theory,
it. I don't like it.
yeah, my theory on the whole Fortnite thing is like their success came from they had a stable engine built from the start because they're like Fortnite Battle Royale is not Fortnite. That's what they were developing. It just kind of happened after the fact when PUBG started to get really big. So they had like a stable like engine already ready to go, which was like really good for them. And also like since their game is more cartoony and it's a little bit less like I'd say grueling, like it's a lot more accessible for like most people. Like I've seen people that never play video games, they're playing like Fortnite now. And it's because you get that adrenaline rush, but it's easier on the eyes pretty much. Like PUBG is like daunting. It's like this realistic, like scary, at times like glitchy, like PC only. Xbox is getting there, but it's just more of like like the established PC like player base where like Fortnite is on everything. It's cross-platform. It's on your phone. You can like anyone can play together, and it's like
PUBG's on your phone too now.
Yeah, kind of though. It's not like Fortnite. On Fortnite, you're actually playing on like you can play on like PC servers if you want to get like domed. Where PUBG is like its own kind of thing. It's like there's bots and stuff.
Yeah. One thing that I think Fortnite definitely had going for it was that it's free, right?
Yeah, that too.
That's like the major thing, right? And what even better, just like League of Legends, right, is that because League of Legends is also free, I believe. Yeah.
Free to play, probably.
Yeah. So it's one of those games where it doesn't feel free, right? It doesn't feel free to play. And that's where it really has like Justin said, right? They had a great engine to run off of because they probably learned their lesson after watching PUBG, right? And watched that beta shit show, even though it was great. People played it, but you could tell it was in beta. And then they said, okay, well, we'll release it for free and we're just going to charge money for skins. And that's where they make all their money. It really is. It was a great idea. I mean, obviously because it just blew up out of nowhere. But yeah, I just want to know what you guys' thoughts on that was and what you thought about it being so big and so popular.
I'm just kind of meh about Fortnite because I don't like the game at all. I've played it a little bit, and I just like, I don't know. I just couldn't get into it.
Oh yeah, see, I refrain from playing it because I think I'll like it. I mean, but not even. I mean, I'm not afraid to play it because I like it. I just haven't time to play it.
I know you haven't even got Overwatch yet. So
yeah, I still need to beat Far Cry too.
Yeah, I need to beat Far Cry also.
I have so many games I need to finish.
And I just bought this hunting game too because I was bored the other day and nobody was online. I don't like playing Overwatch and PUBG by myself. It's just not fun for me. I like to play that with people. But so I bought this hunting game just out of curiosity just to try it, and it's actually really, really fun.
You addicted or what?
Yeah, well, I wasn't like addicted because it's like a walking simulator, kind of like PUBG is.
Yeah.
But it's fun, just to shoot the animals when you see them.
Yeah.
And stuff, and like it shows you like a X-ray vision of where you hit the animal and stuff.
Oh, so you can like see through it, make sure you hit the heart and stuff.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. It's cool. It's fun. It's called what's it called? It's called The Hunter Call of the Wild.
Huh.
And it's multiplayer too. So like me and you could go on a hunt together if you bought it or something.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have loot boxes?
No, it does not have loot boxes.
Oh,
it does not have loot boxes, which are illegal in Belgium, apparently.
for good reason, dude. Even
Actually,
the
a lot of the
fucking
EU.
PUBG, you gotta buy stupid ass keys, dude. I don't want to buy stupid ass keys. I paid $30 for the game. I should just get things. I don't need to pay 30. I don't need to pay for keys.
See, the loot boxes, I think you get them like what every time you level up, Justin, in Overwatch.
So you get battle points, and then there's a random chance you to get.
I'm
a
not
loot
talking
box.
about PUBG, but
Loot boxes in
I'm
general.
talking about Overwatch.
Yeah, in Overwatch you get a loot box every time you level up.
Yeah, so that's nice because you're always gonna get something.
And there's no key to open it, so it's like
there's no key to open it, and there's no
grind.
like tier, different tier of
you can
loot
grind.
box.
You can grind at least, whereas in like PUBG, you can't grind for items.
Yeah.
Right.
Because there's keys. Like it's like that's where I think it crossed the line. Like Overwatch, like it's like there should be some kind of system where it's like because like just to prevent all this legal bullshit, they need to have like where kids can't be getting loot boxes and like buying them and stuff. There's gonna be ways around it, but like that's the biggest problem they're having. Like if you're an adult, it's predatory, whatever. You should know what you're getting into. Like like staying up at night, spending $500 on like for your fucking fancy skirt in PUBG. But like that's the main problem is that like it's like directed towards children because like like little Timmy gets mommy's credit card and blows like $3,000 for like a Winston skin. Like it's not good. Like
there was an interview where Jack Black talked about that, how his kid like racked up like $1,200 or something like that on an app just from like purchasing coins or something, and he had to contact the developers and be like, I don't want this, like please refund me. Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, so I guess the problem in Belgium is that since they're not big on gambling and stuff, like they have gambling laws, they consider loot boxes gambling since you don't know what you're gonna get when you open it.
Oh, it's 100% gambling.
Absolutely. You're paying money.
I found that kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, you're paying money for
gambling.
a chest that you hope has the best stuff in it. It's just like pulling a lever to hope you get a jackpot, So I could see.
I guess like the commission of this in Belgium is telling the developers of Overwatch that they can get 5 years up to prison for the game's operators and a fine up to 800,000 euros.
Jeez.
Wow.
Just because minors are involved with it, since kids play the games.
Right. So can the Overwatch developers? I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't played Overwatch yet because I'm like 4 years behind. But so could they are there different servers for different countries? Like, I mean, I'm guessing, right? Just like with PUBG, how you have.
Yeah, I think since it's
American
like regional.
server.
Well, no,
Right.
because I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, Justin, but I don't think Overwatch is regional. I think it's worldwide. Like you just play with everybody.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like PUBG, it's just ping based.
Yeah.
Oh, because I was gonna say, I mean, could it if it was regional, it would be easy for the Overwatch developers to be like, okay, we're just gonna disable this for this server, right? I mean,
Yeah, and that's what another big deal with like PUBG is because like they don't want a region lock, but like everyone wants like China to be region locked. Because like the majority of all it's because like most of the cheating problems are coming from China.
Oh.
Like it's like a big deal over there, and it's like people can make money off the game, so they cheat in it. They cheat in it a lot to farm skins and shit.
hacking and stuff.
Yeah. So people just are calling for a ban from that because like God, I've played on the Asian servers before.
Oh yeah, me and Patrick were fucking accidentally stuck in the Asian server one time, and we kept and we're playing with all these people just getting our asses kicked.
Yeah, like I spawned in and I'm in a building getting loot, like all four walls around me, and I just get machine gun, hit with some gun and I die, and then it's like you've been killed by the revolver, and I was like, all right, and just go back to North America.
Jesus, fucking machine gun revolver. That's like the best gun in the game.
From halfway across the map through walls, laser beamed on me.
That's like that scene from fucking Black Dynamite where he's shooting out the window. Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, he shoots 30 times, boom, 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 boom. All right, that's such a good movie.
That is a good movie. It's like one of my favorite movies actually. It's favorite cult movie. All right, so on the top subject of PUBG, I guess Xbox finally this weekend released, or I guess it was earlier in the week, but they pushed the time that you could play it. They released the test server and with the Miramar map on it. And yeah, I mean, you can imagine how much of a shit show it was.
Yeah, I just feel bad for the console shit because even the Xbox One X is so underpowered for modern games. If they're not coding games like they used to code programs, look back to the 360, how well it held up even graphically to the very end of its life because they were coding so much more efficiently. Whereas now I was watching PUBG gameplay or Far Cry gameplay on the console, and it's not even that it's PC's gonna have better graphics, but it's just it's almost unplayable. It's so jittery and it's just unsmooth. You're not even getting 30 frames. You're getting 25 frames on the lowest of low settings, and you're expected to pay $60 for it.
For the new Xbox? On the new Xbox?
I mean, I'm sure I don't know Far Cry's frames. I can't quote that on an Xbox One X. I have an Xbox One S, but Far Cry on it was abysmal. PUBG is shit. It's gotten better.
It's gotten better, but it's still shit.
Yeah,
and the Miramar map, since that's in early development for Xbox, and you're playing it, that's fucking ass. It was just a complete ass when I was
And
playing
plus, I don't understand about Xbox. I don't know if it's for all games, but I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Xbox controllers have this weird acceleration thing. So if you hold a stick in one direction to turn your character, after a second of you holding it, it'll start to speed up. It's
I know what you're talking about.
I don't know if certain games do it, certain games don't, but it's this non-linear acceleration. Mm-hmm. And it's not intuitive, and it's really been letting me down. I tried to play Xbox again for a little bit, and I was playing with Corie and some people from work, and I was damn, it's just disappointing, dude. From when the console showing its age a lot, right?
Yeah. For the Xbox One X, I've heard that it actually is going pretty dang well. With these new titles, I mean, especially with 4K, gaming and stuff. I mean,
well, that's a meme in itself, 4K, because it's 4K at low textures. So what are you actually getting? But
right. But also, I've heard good things from the PlayStation 4 Pro too.
I have heard good things from the PS4 Pro.
I heard it pretty much kicks ass.
And I don't doubt that the Xbox One X and the Pro for the big name titles do better. Actually probably significantly better than the normal consoles. But it feels kind of a cop out that they're oh, we have this ultimate game power shit that we're just now going to drop 1 year after we drop the Xbox One S. It's a cash grab, man. Mm-hmm. They could have either pushed the X back or just never released the S in the first place because
right. I don't think they should have released the S in the first place.
Yeah, because the S is cool. I like it because it's a Blu-ray player, a 4K Blu-ray player, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But I would have paid the full price for the X if they released it now. Now I have no incentive to buy the X because I don't play the Xbox anymore and I already have the Blu-ray player.
Right.
And I pretty much just use my shit nowadays for Netflix. Hulu.
Yeah, like a Netflix machine.
Dude,
yeah, basically.
All Xbox Ones are Netflix machines now.
Yeah, that's because they're more powerful than a smart TV, but they're kind of garbage. They're right in that sweet spot of my set-top box of the 21st century.
Mm-hmm. And I don't use cable, so
yeah, I need to get rid of my cable. It's ass.
I didn't pay for it when we moved into this apartment. I was I'm not getting anything but good internet. And even then, Comcast fucks me over every fucking month.
What do you have, Xfinity?
Yeah, I have Comcast Xfinity.
Yeah, we have Xfinity too.
And so what happened was when I moved away from the house district that I lived in with all my roommates,
mm-hmm.
this bitch of a girl that lived upstairs left all of her routers and stuff for Comcast.
Yeah.
So I was well, I'm taking it so I don't have to pay an extra $10 a month, right, to lease this stupid ass router.
Right.
So I took it and I was sweet, I'll just pay the internet base, but they must send some sort of information to Comcast or something because they keep charging me an extra $10 a month anyway for a stupid ass voice modem. I'm dude, I don't have any of that. I have I have internet. That's all I have.
Yeah. The way they bum rush you is technically the router, unless you outright pay for it, is their property.
Yeah.
They're serialized, so when that router and the modem pings the servers, they're oh, you're using our property, and they can still charge you.
So you're better off you would have been better off just getting
to turn that one back in and get a good one from them.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I mean,
really
do what's best for you.
down here. We had this one shit in the barracks called New Wave, and it sucked. It was awful.
Ugh.
And I got less than I was advertised for speeds, and then I got Cox, which is less money, and I'm getting like almost 400 down for less money, and it's like once in my life, like a service is actually working out like that I pay for.
Nice.
Right. I've thought about, because Comcast keeps charging me the extra $10 a month. I've thought of just going to CenturyLink, because I know their service is better, and just spending the same amount that I pay for Comcast and getting faster internet with CenturyLink.
It's so worth it. Like, what are you getting down right now?
Down, and I could tell you, right?
Oh, you should let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I do the test. But yeah, I thought about switching.
All right, well, we hit the 30-minute mark, so everybody do your beer cheers.
Oh, beer cheers.
Beer cheers.
I was texting this list. Patrick gives me that number. Amazon's Alexa has built-in skill that allows it to spy on you. Corie, do you have any thoughts on this?
Yeah, fuck the Alexa. I'm not getting it, ever. And I don't have any reason to, anyway.
I mean, yeah, I can understand where that comes from. It's like, the shitty thing is like, it's not like it's anything new. Like,
I mean, we're getting spied on through our TV, through our Xbox, through our computers anyway.
Dude, through the microphones right now that we're talking through, we're getting spied
on. Yeah.
Also, really quick, so I get 71.6 megabits per second download and 6.02 megabits per second upload.
How much are you paying?
Well, with the extra fucking $10 that they scam me out of every fucking month, I'm paying $50.
And you live in the Seattle area?
Yes.
You gotta pump those numbers up.
Numbers, rookie numbers, boy.
Yeah, I live in the South, and I get like almost 450 down, like on a good day.
That's insane, dude.
And I'm paying $70 for internet.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
But I could pay $70 or $80 a month and get that.
Yeah, it's life changing. You got to do it, man.
I know, but I just feel like it's not that crucial to my life. I could download games in less than an hour. It's not that crucial for me to do that.
I don't know. It's like the first time, like putting on a pair of glasses. Like, it's not worthwhile until you see it for the first time.
Well, I have 20/20 vision, so.
Yeah. So fuck your glasses.
I'm a blind
fuck your glasses.
Yeah. You guys don't know the joy of like fucking modern medicine. So get out of here.
On the Amazon Alexa thing, I fucking sold my Echo Dot.
How is it? I've never actually had one. Is it worth it, or is it just a fucking meme?
No, the Google Home is way better. Mm-hmm. I got that for my sister for her for Christmas.
Yeah.
It's so much better. It's like
nice.
Like the Echo Dot is really limited to like if you ask it to look up something, it just reads off the first 2 sentences of Wikipedia to like satisfy, But if the Wikipedia article is super shitty, then it doesn't like help you at all. So the Google Home though, it actually like will like read off. I don't know. It's so much more helpful than the Alexa.
See, I bought like the dumb smart speaker. I have the HomePod, and well, Siri is ass. Like, I actually really enjoy the speaker.
Oh,
I have a Bose SoundLink for a speaker.
Those
are awesome. I still have mine.
That's my favorite thing I've ever had. It's like one of my favorite pieces of technology I've ever bought.
I need to get the number 2. I love mine so much.
Yeah. The only problem is I lost the fucking charger for it, so.
What were you saying, Patrick?
So it's a brick, basically?
So, yeah, it's just a brick taking up space in my room at the moment. But.
Is it? You guys both have the mini one.
Yeah, the SoundLink Mini.
Yeah,
ever since you showed that to me, because you were the one that showed it to me, that has like hands down been the best money I've ever spent on electronics ever.
Honestly,
I've gotten so much mileage out of that thing. I take it everywhere.
How much do you spend on it? Like $100?
No,
mine was like I bought mine new, so it was like $250, I think, or something like that.
Yeah. See, I got it on sale at the Next, so it was like $100. Nice. And
I need to get the number 2 version.
Yeah,
because like my battery's gone out on it because it's so old. I use it for like engine changes and stuff. It's blaring.
Right. Yeah, I used it when I was on the ship and shit working, and it was just like fucking amazing just to sit there and listen to music and work on shit.
I think Justin, because I bought mine. Mine's like a first generation one, right? I bought it.
Same here.
I think the battery's an issue with them. with the first gen ones.
I have the same one you do, and like it lasted pretty good for I'd say like 9 months to a year.
Yeah.
And then you start to notice it, and like it works fine plugged in. It's just
Then does it shut off randomly when you have it unplugged?
No, mine actually held up really good. Like Russell's, he has the same one that we do, and his has that issue where like if it's not plugged in, it'll just stop.
Yeah, mine.
And then he kind of just beats it into the earth and then turns it back on, and it works again.
Oh, I don't do that. I just turn it back.
Yeah, he slams it like a cinder block like against concrete.
Do you guys have like the little square ones, like the? How do I describe it?
It looks like a Tillamook cheese bar brick.
Yeah,
it's a little smaller.
So it's like wider than it is taller.
It's like equal. It's like 2x2 and then like maybe 6 inches like wide.
Yeah. What color is it? Yeah,
silver. I have a silver one.
It's silver. Mine, silver.
Yeah, so that's a completely. I have a different one then. I think.
Is like the round tall one?
I have like the round, not the round tall. Not it's like a square.
Yeah, it's like the newer one. Like it's like they come in different colors and shit.
Yeah, mine's like a black and gray one.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's pretty nice. It still sounds really good. It's just not, the only problem I have with that thing is it doesn't get like as loud as I wish it would. But
oh, dude, the one that I got, it bumps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eventually, when this one I just get tired of it, I'm probably gonna shoot it and then buy like a better one.
But it's dwarfed compared to the speakers I have on my computer right now.
Oh yeah.
Those Logitech ones. It comes with a 7-inch subwoofer, so it just. People hate me in this department.
Yeah, dude, you ain't touching my rig. I have the $20 Amazon Basics USB fucking desktop speakers. So
just go to pawn shops, man.
Dude,
go to pawn shops.
Well, here's the thing: is like my computer setup, I'm not as worried about because I have like these Gucci Audio Technicas for like my headphones. But my living room sound system is going hard. Like, I have a setup in that sound system, but that's for another topic.
Well, while we're on this topic and plugging our technology. I just want to fucking shout out these fucking Blue Yeti mics, dude.
Yes.
They are so fucking amazing. Like, I'm so happy.
People may say they're a meme and streamer, they're a little over the top, and they are. I don't need all the functions for it, but I've never been more impressed for tech for the price.
Yeah, seriously. And we got Far Cry 5 with it. So
yeah, I think, how much did we spend on them with the coupon?
I didn't get a coupon, but...
Well, it was on sale at Best Buy.
I think it was like $160.
Yeah, something like that.
$100 for the mic, $60.
No, it was $130. It was $130.
Or $130, something like that. Yeah,
they're $130 when they're normally
I have the
$160.
box right here. See if I can find the price on it.
I got Far Cry 5, and it's in the black edition, and it came with a solid desk mount, and it has all the nice features, and it works.
And it's just like clear, like our voices just sound so amazing on it.
Well, I don't have a Blue Yeti mic, but I have a Samson. It's a little mini Go mic. Corie, you saw it. You remember when we were at
it's a little clip-on mic.
Samsons are nice.
Yeah. So I mean, do I sound okay? Because
you sound actually really good.
Yeah.
Your sweet booming voice.
It cost me $30.
Yeah, actually, that's an
Dude,
interesting.
I'm balling on the
discussion.
budget, man. Got a budget.
We should add this to the next podcast. A little tech discussion. But like, yeah, I like this. Like this, the value for like you paid for stuff for tech. That's an interesting idea.
Yeah. For sure. All right. Well, I've been dying to fucking bring up this next topic because Avengers: Infinity War came out this weekend. Finally, the biggest fucking Avenger movie. Everyone's been waiting for it forever. You two haven't seen it yet, so I can't spoil anything.
It's a bummer because I know you want to bring it up, but
yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna do like a spoiler talk about it.
Before you get balls deep in how much you love the movie, let me just bring everyone up to speed on like where like my ass is at in this like fucking franchise.
Do it.
So I think the last one I saw, it went Avengers 2, then Civil War, right?
Yeah.
Or like Ant-Man or something like in between. Okay, after Ant-Man was Civil War.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, so I didn't see Ant-Man, even though I want to.
Actually, let me bring, while we're going to talk, I'm going to bring up the timeline.
And then I saw Civil War, and at that point, like, the whole Avengers, like, Grandmaster, South Park, media, Netflix plot just, like, got old to me. I didn't watch any more of the movies. And I know I need to watch the Spider-Man movie, and there's, like, a whole bunch of good movies out, but Marvel just kind of, like, fell off for me, and I'm kind of upset because I hear that Infinity War is really good. But yeah, man, like I'm not in the Marvel franchise right now. I'm like,
well, I would say that the Civil War is definitely not best of all of those movies.
But yeah, so was Avengers 2 was trash.
I mean, but Civil War was good.
It was better than Avengers 2.
The Avengers 2 was Age of Ultron. I loved that one. I thought that was good.
Oh God, Patrick, no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That movie is fucking
bad?
trash.
Why?
Age of Ultron was good at the time, but you go back and watch that shit now, and it's like, oh God, like what the fuck were they thinking?
Oh.
Like everything that came out after that was so much better.
Oh. Yeah, so I pretty much caught up to speed on most all of it, except I haven't seen Thor Ragnarok and I haven't seen Black Panther.
I haven't seen that.
Okay, so
the two best superhero movies I've seen recently were Wonder Woman was really awesome for what it was, and Deadpool 1 obviously was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm so excited for number 2.
So Justin, movies that you missed out on. Did you see Ant-Man?
No, I did not see Ant-Man.
Okay, you didn't see Civil War? Obviously,
I saw Civil War.
Okay, you saw Civil War. That was good.
Yeah.
So you missed out on Ant-Man. What about Doctor Strange?
Saw that one.
Didn't see that. I know. I want to see that one. I do want to see that one.
It's good.
It's so good. That's like one of my favorites.
I hear like the whole that whole movie's actually really excellent.
So really,
that's on my list.
You only missed out. Oh, and then you didn't see Spider-Man, did you?
Didn't see Spider-Man.
Okay.
I think I did.
Homecoming.
I hear that Tom Holland's actually did a good job too. So like,
he's actually he's.
I saw that one in Montana. Actually, I do remember it now.
And then after Spider-Man, it was Thor Ragnarok. Fucking awesome movie. And then after Thor Ragnarok, it was Black Panther, which I haven't seen Black Panther. That's the only one out of all the movies I haven't seen.
If Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther aren't crucial to the Infinity War movie, then I think I'll be okay.
Black Panther isn't, I would say. I haven't seen it, but I wouldn't say it's as important. If you know Black Panther, then you're fine there.
Right.
Thor Ragnarok is like the direct movie right before Infinity War.
Okay, so I should see that before.
So I would recommend everybody to see that movie before they see.
Damn, that means I gotta.
Infinity War.
Damn it! I gotta see it like real quick.
Yeah. So Avengers Infinity War. I'm not gonna give anything away. I'm not gonna tell you guys anything about it, or I'm not gonna like give any plot points away. All I'm gonna say is, this is the first Avengers movie any Marvel movie I've ever walked out of just feeling fucking like emotional about the movie.
Damn, really?
Normally, you come out of Avengers movies, you know, you're like, oh, that was really good. You know, it's kind of like funny, happy. This is the only movie where I was like, damn. Like, it made me think about the movie, like, afterwards a little bit. Like, holy shit.
Damn.
Anyways, we can move on from that topic.
Yeah, because I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about a movie that's, like, in theaters right now. Nobody's seen it yet.
Yeah.
A Quiet Place, another movie I haven't seen. I guess they're already bringing out a sequel, or they're making a sequel for that.
Yeah, I need to, like, fix my life and get more time to go, like, do this kind of shit. Because, like, I just feel so left behind.
Yeah,
I mean, I haven't seen it either, so don't feel bad about that.
I love going to the movies, too.
Movies anymore.
Yeah.
What's this about a giant sloth?
Okay, so this came out last week, I think. They found evidence that back in, prehistoric man was killing off giant sloths and shit and eating them.
And they have evidence of these giant sloths?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, yeah.
So
what they found is they found the footprints, like the fossilized footprints of the giant sloth, and then they would find the fossilized footprints of prehistoric man, like, together.
Dang, where was this? What was this on a certain like where was this at? They found these. Do we know?
I have the article right here.
Yeah, I wanna read through this.
National. Where was it?
The fucking picture they have on this article is ridiculous. it's like the size of a bear, and they just.
All right, let me pull this up. I'm curious
Oh,
now.
God.
Giant sloth. Thank you, Corie.
Yeah. Now this is a real thing.
Oh, good. I can't do hyperlinks from this doc opener app. Thank you, Windows 10.
Oh, thank you, Windows.
Getting a Mac next. Tired of this bullshit. This looks like one of those meme photos, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to throw this up on the like screen while we're talking about it, so people can
Yeah.
see it while we're talking about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. This
Like
is
this
ridiculous.
picture is ridiculous.
So, where's the white?
But anyway, so the Washington Post made the article or whatever.
So
So it's in New Mexico,
Yeah.
White Sands National Monument.
Oh, I was just there the other, like, a couple months ago. I didn't see
But
any
basically,
giant
yeah, they
sloths.
found giant sloth and human. So human footprint was inside a giant sloth track,
Yeah.
and they're basically
it says-
saying that humans like hunted them to extinction.
Right. It says that. Oh yeah, it's crazy. They found 27 individual footprints that vanished into a dune. And what they did is they found one footprint that they thought was human, and then they measured the distance of the stride, and basically said, if we're correct, there'll be another footprint here. And they uncovered it, and lo and behold, it says in quotes, right where we anticipated there would have been were human footprints. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, could you imagine that fighting off a fucking?
I want to know is like, are they big and dumb, kind of like a real sloth, or would they
Right.
be like?
Like it wouldn't be hard to hunt, right? It
Yeah,
would
like
be
I don't
fucking
feel like
slow.
it would be much of a fight.
Yeah,
Like you throw a spear at it and it's fucked.
yeah. Mammoths and mastodons.
Prehistoric
in the Pleistocene,
evidence of
which is
ancient-
2.5 million years ago. 8,000-pound sloths, dude. You'd feed your family for months, if not a year or more.
all I can think about is that scene. I don't know if you guys have seen Zootopia, but all I can think about is that scene in Zootopia when the sloth's like, A, B.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
when you
yeah,
just have to
yeah,
get the
yeah.
license plate.
That's like all I can think about, like fighting one of those things. It'd just be like slowly turning towards you as you're like throwing spears at it.
It says they humans drove North America. Oh, so it's saying that humans drove the North American sloths to extinction around 11,000 years ago.
Yeah.
So then ground sloths. So that could mean that they're just like an ancestor of sloths that we have in trees, right? So they could have been fast movers.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, there's not,
Right.
there's obviously there's no like, they don't probably have much information on them other than that they existed. Just like, have you guys heard any of these stupid conspiracy theories that people have about how they don't believe dinosaurs existed and they think they're just
Yeah,
man-made?
how they're like planted fossils and shit.
Yeah, like people made the fossils and stuff and they're
Don't even
fake.
get me started on that stuff, dude.
Like, come on.
It pissed me off. Well, it says here too that they struggled to determine the age of the human prints using geological techniques like carbon dating because the dates come up all over the place. So that's weird. So they don't really know when these footprints
It makes you think
occurred.
if these things actually, they say humans hunted them to existence, but what if, a few survived? And that's where, Bigfoot came from.
Oh, yeah, that's a conspiracy theory to go into, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
I think we need to do a whole episode on conspiracy theories here soon.
We'll have
that'd be
to.
a good one.
What's up, Justin?
I said, yeah, that'd be a good episode.
Yeah, for sure. Because there's lots of stuff to talk about, especially stuff that's been cropping up like recently
Yeah,
to
yeah.
talk about.
Yeah, I have some good JFK theories we can get into in that one.
Oh, dude, I'm sure that podcast could be hours long.
Oh, we
Yeah.
could go on forever about that stuff.
Yeah.
All right, before we go too deep down that rabbit hole, what's next on this list?
Crazy new roller coaster at Cedar Park, dude. You gotta look at this. You gotta look at the pictures of this thing, dude.
Okay.
Pull it up.
Like
Make
it's.
sure we throw it up on the YouTube. Also.
All right, pulling this
Oh
up.
yeah, I'll put some articles on there and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I'm a huge roller coaster enthusiast. I love roller coasters.
Same,
so,
dude.
Yeah.
I wasn't for the longest time, but now I am.
While you're throwing the picture up on the Discord, we went to this kind of like bullshit amusement park in Arizona when we were there, and I forgot that Anna, my girlfriend, hates heights. I forgot that, and she said that she wanted to go. Dude, I swear to God, she was gonna throw up all over everybody. I was like we were at the top. She was like freaking out the whole time we were going up. I fucking hate you. I can't believe you took me on this. Like freaking out, right? And I didn't force her on it, right? I was like, I don't know why you're yelling at me. You said yeah, right? So, and then right as we were at the crest of the hill, of like the drop off, the face, dude. I've seen that face numerous times before when we're like kind of drunk, right? It's like she's like, I'm gonna throw up, and I was like, oh God. So I was like, and I wasn't worried about getting her puke on me. I was worried about the people behind us, right? So I was like, I was full ready, dude, to just like slam both hands over her mouth. Like,
but then it would like massive splashback, like just.
Yeah, dude, it would have been like trying to block a fire hose.
That's nasty, man.
Jesus.
That looks sweet, dude. Is it all wood?
Yeah.
That's like those roller coasters in
Silverwood.
Silverwood, yeah.
Oh yeah, I miss Silverwood, man. I haven't been there in forever.
I haven't either. That looks pretty sweet. So what is this just like? Why is there an article about this?
Because it's new.
Oh, it's just
200 feet and drops straight down at 74 miles per hour.
74.
Yeah.
What's California Screaming shoot you off at? 60?
I don't know. I never went on that roller coaster when I was there.
I gotta show you guys this coaster that I went on in Six Flags. Holy shit.
So 75 miles an hour.
So the roller coaster is called Steel Vengeance. It's gonna set 10 world records for a steel/hybrid coaster. So I guess it is steel. It's made of steel and wood. Including, so the height is 205 feet total. Like that's the highest it goes. The speed is 74 miles per hour. First drop is 200 feet down, and it has 4 inversions. The total length of the roller coaster is 5,740 feet, and the whole ride takes 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Dang.
All right, I'm gonna send you guys this. One of you guys watch it. I'm gonna start talking about this, but I went on this, and I'm pretty sure for a while I held the world record of like some either like fastest or highest roller coaster. I had this in Six Flags St. Louis, I think. It was St. Louis, and this shit was absolutely insane. I hate heights and I hate roller coasters.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was gonna die, but the premise is it's the Mr. Freeze coaster, and
like from DC.
Initially it shoots you out. Like it used to shoot you out forward, like you'd be moving forward, like looking forward.
Yeah.
And now it shoots you out backwards. But pretty much like you go from like 0 to like 60 or something in like an absurd amount, like little amount of time. And you do like a backwards inverted loop, and then you go straight up 90 degrees, like 200 feet, and it's like look straight down, and it's truly terrifying.
Yeah, dude, that reminds me of the coaster. So they did a new coaster in Silverwood like a couple years back when I went there, and they had a new coaster called Deja Vu, and it was kind of like it was almost this exact thing.
Yeah.
Where you like they had 2 towers that were 90 degrees, right? And you started, it climbed you up one of them, and it dropped you down backwards, and then you did the whole thing, and then you went backwards up another tower, and then it dropped you again and did the whole thing like frontward.
Jeez.
And it was awesome, dude. And I went during a time where it was like, it wasn't like peak tourist hours, dude. I went on that thing. I went like 6 times. It was. I basically got off and just hopped the fence.
The most sick I've ever been is like this one Batman roller coaster, and it's like one of the ones where you're hanging from like a harness, and you're like hanging there, and it just like whips you upside down, like just loop and loop and loop and loop on all these tight G turns, like so many times. And by the end of it, you're literally just like hanging like a rag doll, and you're like, here we go again, and like getting like flipped upside down, like, and then you're like, it's almost over. Oh, another one. Oh, and you're just getting like looped around, just like body pulled apart. You get off, just like, God, why did I do that? Like it's not even like fun. It just hurts. Like, jeez, you just want to throw up.
The last time I was on a roller coaster, unfortunately, it's been a while, but when I was in, what was it? Singapore, Universal Studios Singapore. I went on a Battlestar Galactica like roller coaster there, and that was pretty fun. But it wasn't anything like eye popping. Like it wasn't gonna, it wouldn't make you shit yourself or anything like that. It was just a regular standard steel roller coaster. I did some loop de loops, couple little corkscrews. But that was the last time I was on a roller coaster. And then before that, it's probably been a good probably the last time was when it was in Wild Ways when we went on the end of the year trip in 8th grade. That was probably the last time I was on a fucking roller coaster.
Yeah, my last time was 2 years ago, 4th of July, and I went up to Illinois with my cousin, and he was like, "Bro, 4th of July, free Six Flags tickets, we gotta go all day." And I was like, "All right, cool." And we went, and he's like, "You're going with me on every coaster," and I was like, "Man, I don't want to." He's like, "We got it for free, we have to do it, America." And we were just like, "All right." And just on every one of them, it was kind of like that one. I'm just like, "Why am I doing this?" Just getting just pulled apart. By the end of the day, I was like, it was fun, but I was like, man, I just put myself through an unnecessary amount of just stress.
It's pretty much law that if you yell America before you do, pretty much have to do it.
Yeah, especially when it's 4th of July and you have free tickets and everyone's freaking out and you're just woo, America, just drinking Bud Light and doing roller coasters. It's hard to say no.
By the way, California Screamin' shoots you off at 55.
At what?
55
miles per hour.
Oh, Mr. Freeze.
5.5, yeah.
What's Mr. Freeze shoot you at?
Mr. Freeze is, let me find it.
They said this roller coaster is setting a record, world record.
Right, 75 miles an hour, dude, is no.
Yeah, that's fucking.
Yeah, so
that's how fast I go down the freeway.
Okay, so Mr. Freeze is 70 miles an hour in 3.8 seconds.
Jeez.
Dang, let's look up the fastest coaster. I'm curious now.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be this one. Go ahead and let you look that up.
So.
Oh yeah, I've heard about this one. King Dakar, Steel Dragon 2000. Man, these are the lamest names, I'm Street Fighter or something.
So actually, Cedar Point actually has one of them. It says.
Yeah, the amusement park.
The thrill, or it says. Oh no, excuse me. So you have Ferrari World in the United Emirates has a roller coaster that goes 150.
That's got to be
you have to be in something.
It's a power fucking coaster or something. That's not a fucking. Yeah. That's probably one of those train ones or something. You're inside a train and then it goes real quick.
I'm gonna scroll all the way down here and see what it looks like.
Well, that's how the Mr. Freeze one. It's induction, magnets just launch you.
What's it called? What's the coaster called? I want to look it up.
Formula Rosa.
It's called the Formula Rosa.
Or just pop it up in the Discord there so I can see it.
I'll find a video.
Formula Rosa. This part is literally 500 feet of nothing but straight track.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just a straight coaster. Whereas this one in Cedar Point that they're making is an actual roller coaster. It goes all around,
It says that such blazing acceleration from 0 to 150 is 4.8 times faster than a free fall.
Yeah, this Ferrari coaster. This looks terrifying.
It says the ride contains 4 trains with 4 passenger cars.
Yeah, we gotta put this link in there. This Ferrari coaster is ridiculous.
Is it the only thing it doesn't show you are you inside?
Yeah, it just says POV. I don't actually see
Or are you outside of it?
No, you're not in it. You're on a regular roller coaster, dude.
You're sitting down.
Yes.
In a seat. And
you're not shielded by nothing.
Oh Jesus.
But listen to this, dude. It says it ascends 171 feet and will reach the top speed of 150 miles an hour. The ride will cover 2.2 kilometer long track in 1.32 minutes.
Jesus.
In a minute and a half, it'll cover 2.2 kilometers.
The track just looks huge. There's so much space of this, and they're just cruising.
Yeah, I gotta watch the video. I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done with it. It looks pretty awesome.
That's why?
Yeah.
Somebody had gotten injured.
One of my favorite video games ever, right there. Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Dude.
Oh, dude.
Talk about some throwback, man.
Yeah.
Number 3 with the water park edition, and you're just People just get blasted with water guns in line all day. And they're just like crying and sad.
Dude, you
and they
can
can't
fuck
leave.
people up in that game on number 3, like so much.
Yeah, I would. Oh, did you ever watch me play that game? I did some sick shit.
Nah.
I would make the entrance to the park like one big like
Dude.
line, and then everyone would like there would be like one roller coaster, and like they would be forced into it, and then like there'd be people on water guns spraying the crowd with water, and then like the roller coaster would just end into the entrance and just land on people as they came in the park like over and over again.
Jesus. Well, we hit the 1 hour mark, so everybody do a quick beer cheer.
You got it, man. Dude, this ride looks terrifying.
Yeah.
Like honestly.
Yeah. I'd probably shit
I mean, it's
myself.
not a whole lot. You pretty much just go like up and down, but you're going 150. That's the scary part.
All right, so we just did an hour away. What topics do you want to hit up next?
Well, I want to bring up this galaxy merger thing. I don't know if you guys heard about this.
I was looking at that earlier ago.
Galaxy merger. I think I've heard about this a while back.
So, like, the scientists found the impending collision of 14 young star-bursting galaxies. I don't really know what, like, the significance of that is, but...
Well, so I know that actually our galaxy and Andromeda galaxy, I think, are working their way towards each other. But it's one of those things where it's like not a big deal because like the amount of space, right, is just so incomprehensible. But like if our galaxy and Andromeda galaxy were to collide, it like the chance of us hitting something is like astronomical. Like it's because there's so much space. It's insane. One thing that's really crazy though is that what we've discovered with our galaxy, the Milky Way, is that there's a black hole, a giant, massive, or a supermassive is the technical term, a supermassive black hole in the middle of our galaxy, which causes our rotation, right? So what would be interesting is, would you get, with all these galaxies colliding together, would you get something like we saw with, would you get black holes colliding with each other? But
yeah,
that's pretty crazy. I mean, you guys know about the, or go ahead.
Well, they didn't capture any, like, pictures of it. Obviously, they can't because it's so fucking far away. But
well, right here it says...
They did, like, a little artist rendition of what it would look like.
Well, and they looks like they do have... It says, if you scroll down in the article, it says, zooming into the galaxies discovered by ALMA, there are...
It just looks like some little, like, dots.
Couple of lights and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, what's that? I'm blanking after a few beers here. Let me look this up. Right here. So have you guys when that came out a while back, did you guys hear the gravity waves?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, that was detected by LIGO in, I think, Eastern Washington, right? That's where the LIGO lab is. For people unfamiliar with it, it's basically these two long tubes, kilometers long, that look like an L, basically. And what happens is you have a laser, just in the most basic, I'm just describing it very basically, right? Is you have a laser that points down each end of this tube, right? It's very, very, very accurate, right? Down to like the micron, right? Or down to proton level size. This can detect differences in the length of this tube, right?
Right.
So how these gravity waves were discovered was that it's just so fucking mind-bending, dude. It's like these two massive black holes collided, right? And these gravity waves basically were waves of where space and time contract and then elongate again, right? Just like a wave. And so what happened was these tubes then contracted and elongated, and it was recorded, right? And there's nothing really on besides a gravity wave that would cause that, right? Like, I mean, earthquakes and stuff like that are obviously something we can monitor outside of that, if we would know. But yeah, dude, it's so crazy that it literally shrinks and expands time and space, right? These waves do, and it's insane. So I'm curious as to like if there are black holes in the center of galaxies like we've seen with our own, or we measured with our own, would you see these gravity waves happening if they come into like this super cluster or something?
Well, what
That'd
happened
be
if
really
two
crazy.
black holes just like collided into each other?
Yeah,
That's actually
dude.
crazy. Yeah, one's in Washington and one's in Louisiana.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm like reading into
Oh,
these like
what are the
LIGO
odds?
labs. Yeah, it's pretty
Conspiracy
crazy.
theory.
Yeah, right.
Add to the episode, like.
All right. Well, let's talk about music.
Music.
Sure, dude.
Beer Bongs
Alright,
and
Pat.
Bentleys came out this past week.
Fuck yeah, it did.
What's your favorite song, Pat, off that album so far?
Oh, well, besides like the singles that he released are in Candy Paint
Yeah,
and
Candy Paint.
Psycho.
Yeah.
My favorite is Over Now.
Yeah. That's a
Right
good
with
one.
roll up in a Bentley with 100,000 in my pocket. That
Uh,
like it's pretty. That's a pretty sick song. I
Out of
enjoy
the
it.
singles, I like Psycho. I think Psycho's probably.
Dude, I play that every time when I'm just like blacked out drunk because the bass drop in that song literally comes at the perfect time, and I love it so much.
Yeah.
But
I like Better Now. I think Better Now is really good.
yeah, that's a good one. I'll probably have to let's see.
And
I'll just
then
look on my
Paranoid, the very first song on the album, is really good
Paranoid
too.
is pretty good too.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I haven't really found a song that I
Yeah.
truly like dislike.
Well, okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm not a big fan of Rockstar. I don't like that song very much because I'm not a big fan
Yeah.
of 21 Savage.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's my thing there. But
Um,
other than that, it's a great album. Good album. Just I think Stoney was probably better, but this album's still really good too.
I really like 92 Explorer too.
Yeah,
I really
that's
like
a good
that
song.
one.
Listened to that a couple times.
Yeah.
So Justin, since you're out of the loop, what have you been listening to?
So this is my life blends together in one continuous, just like stream of sadness. I don't remember what I said last week. I think I brought up Ghost.
You did. You brought up Rats last week.
Yeah, Rats is a new song. That's really good. And then I got back into some more like like 9 Inch Nails. I've been listening to the whole Downward Spiral like a million times over on like headphones. That's a great album. And then what else? There's like one other thing I was listening to. Oh yeah, a shit ton of Jackson Brown. I just love that dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
you're like 40. Just so you know.
Thanks, man. I get that a lot.
Pat, besides Post Malone, what have you been listening to?
Well, let's see. When I go to the gym, I usually list off of Apple Music. But one of my all-time, well, first of all, if you haven't heard Akra, I think that's how you say that, by Tyler the Creator, both of you need to listen to that and fucking ball hard because it's a great song. And also, I'm a big fan of Tool.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Now-
so
now
I
you're
listen
speaking to me.
If I like really need to get into like
The problem is Tool's not on Spotify. I tried to look them up, and
Yeah, they're like they were in the whole Metallica bullshit for a while, you know.
I got their stuff from. I have a buddy that's like invited to all these like back alley music like websites, right? So I have a lot of them on like are from like vinyls and stuff, which is pretty cool. But yeah, 10,000 Days is their best album by far. In my opinion.
I love that song Sober. It's like my favorite song by them.
Sober. Mine is Jambi. Number 2 on 10,000 Days. Great song. It just rocks hard.
Anything else anyone wants to throw up? I already talked about. I've been listening to the Cranberries.
I'm trying to get into Kanye because I know he's like supposed to be like super famous because I'm out of the loop and all this stuff and all this shit. So I'm listening to like MBDTF, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and that's an interesting album because it's like so extravagant.
You ever heard of the band Mindless Self-Indulgence?
Yeah, I think I might have a song saved.
I don't think so.
You gotta listen to them. They're kind of a little weird, but
I might have something saved from them. Let me check.
I sent you, I think, one of the songs. But they're kind of like that industrial type of rock. So it sounds like, it sounds very like machine-ish, I guess.
Kind of like Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah, kind of like Nine Inch Nails. It's like electronic-ish sounding.
Mindless.
But
is it you sent me "Shut Me Up"?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that song. You sent it to me. I saved it.
It's a good song. It's kind of a pump you up type of song, I guess. Piss you off type of song.
Yeah, my industrial is either like you want to like slit your wrist or just like beat someone to death.
That's the rules. That's one of two genres.
Yeah, that's all you get.
Dude, I think we should talk about this last topic here, the scary one. Scary topic.
No, we're gonna end on a scary
No, me and you
topic.
talked about this off podcast, but I
We
wanted to
did?
bring it up. I wanted to bring it up on the podcast because I think it's a pretty interesting topic.
It is.
Isn't this topic like that one like movie or so? Yeah, we'll bring it up.
It's from Black Mirror. They did it in Black Mirror.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when they had it was like the grain or something like that they called it, right? I
Yeah.
forget.
So basically, there's a microchip in your head where the government can track you basically and everything you're doing, and you can like access like memories and stuff. And basically, the guy ends up. I don't want to like spoil it, but
If you haven't seen Black Mirror,
it like ruins the guy's fucking life, basically.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I think something like that, like the microchip thing, like let's say Apple, like tomorrow came out with this thing where you could have your iPhone without having your iPhone, right?
Mhm.
You could just implant something behind your ear and you could just access whatever the fuck you wanted. I think even for the top tier conformist, I think that's too much. If I have to go into a doctor to get a skull to be cool, I'm out, dude. I mean, that's like where I draw the line.
There are groups of people that do those kind of things though today.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
another thing that kind of leads into this too is like Justin. I don't know if you've heard. I talked about Patrick. I told you about this too, but Justin. I don't know if you ever heard of this. There has been cases recently of people like they go in to get like pins, in their knees and stuff because they need like an operation on their knee and they gotta get like metal plates or something in their knee. This is like a real thing. People have found like microchips on their they're complaining of like pain or something from it, and they go and like get it inspected, and people have found like microchips like implanted into their like metal plating and stuff.
But
That's
in those
fucking wild.
stories, do they ever talk about like what like? Do they get any information from that microchip? Like, do they?
I don't
Doctor
know.
and
That's
be like-
I think other than GP, knowing where that person's at all times, basically.
That'd be wild.
I don't know. I think that's pretty crazy. I mean, but it's one of those things too that we all have to ease into it, right? I think if somebody proposed the cell phone like 30, 40 years ago, it wouldn't have caught on because it was such a drastic change to what people knew, right?
Yeah.
So I think if we keep going along this line where things are it's just progressively like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It's just the new thing, right? Like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It's just a new thing. Then it goes to wearable technology, and then it goes to, oh, well, you can actually have your watch projected onto your skin or something like that. I think it's just a progressive thing. But I think
for me, it's
if
like
somebody
anything.
proposed it tomorrow, it wouldn't have worked.
Anything that goes into my body, I'm not okay with. Like, don't like. You can go as far as you want with a cell phone outside the body and think, I don't care about that. You can go as far as you want with technology, but I'm never putting anything in my body at all, like whatsoever.
Yeah,
especially not something where they can track like 100% where you're at. They can already do that with your cell phone, but it's not like accurate to the point where they can see like your exact like movement. What I mean?
It's right.
That's my thing about it. It's just like that's where the whole spying thing draws the line for me, where it's like anybody could like find you at any moment if they wanted to. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it may be way down the line. This is something that but I just think that I think even tech companies know that it would be crossing the line. I think.
Yeah.
Unless you had like a company like Amazon or something just start to take over. It was like the only company anybody ever knew. You know what I'm saying?
Justin,
these crazy.
you're a little quiet there.
Yeah, bro, it's like blowing my mind, like stuff that's gonna happen and the world's gonna stuff. Scary, dude. At the same time, it's like we already have like a lot of we give up unknowingly, like, even though it's kind of knowingly and like willingly, like this information already. Like your phone has a GPS that's precise to like 3 feet, and right now it's had it for years. My TV that I have, I found out not too long ago that Vizio had microphones implanted in the TVs. It can be turned on at any time, and it still can be turned on right now. Motherboards and laptops and hardware, even modems, can have microphones that you never know that are there.
Right.
Siri collects all my data. So does Discord. It's almost like they're all these like this technology being implanted in us. They'll never have to do it because they already have all the tools they need right now. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like Facebook, like they can have all your data. They know what we like and all this stuff. It's like pretty much a dystopia, but it hasn't gone like far down the hole yet to where it's like super affecting our lives. Like,
they can't control. They're not controlling you with it yet.
Yeah, we think that, but Facebook's actually done studies where like they say like so Facebook can tell when like you've like someone in your family's died, right? Like your pet or your someone in your like immediate family has died, and they've experimented. This is like open information that like they can rearrange your news feed to affect you emotionally, and then it can influence like what you post, what you listen to, what you purchase, how you act, because like you see stories that are prioritized for you. It's like all this shit goes on, and like we're never made aware of it. But yeah, the world's pretty fucked up. It's pretty much what we're getting.
I mean, but is that still? Are they controlling us, or are they in? Right? There's two different things there.
Well, it's like almost like it's like control with the influence of, or with the like the image of like just influence, because like I don't know, we're all comfortable enough right now that like none of us need to take action. We all have food, we all have jobs, we have places to stay, so there's no reason for us to change anything like major. We all just kind of ride the wave, right? And that's like right where they want us. So like we don't ever like go up in arms to protest. We just kind of float out our life, and we're just like we're just worried about money and getting to the next objective. To me, that's what like the real evil is. We're just like fucking farmed with like little like conveniences here and there.
Yeah.
Hire me for Black Mirror.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No, I've seen the San Bernardino episode.
I haven't watched like the whole thing all the way through, all the seasons. I've just watched some of the episodes that I was interested in.
And my buddy made me watch the one I just said, the San Bernardino one. It was actually really good. It was
Which one's that? I don't think I've seen.
It's the one where like like it starts out. I'm not gonna spoil it too much, but it's like it starts out, and like you think they're like jumping through time. But these same characters keep ending up in like different eras, and like then you find out that like they can just like access these like places in this town, but like they can like generate where and when they want to be throughout time and like stuff, and then you find out like it's actually like a program, and they can like upload their consciousness into this program, and like pretty much like live out their lives in like whatever body they want, whatever age they want to be and shit. And it's like a retirement home is like testing it out, and like you can either choose to like die, like normally die, or like upload yourself into this program where like you'll live forever, and you can like do whatever you want forever, and like hang out with other real people and stuff. And these like two girls like are falling in love, but like they have to make the choice whether like one wants to like die, like her husband did, or if she wants to like spend the rest of her life with like this woman like in the program. And it was pretty interesting. It was actually really good and well done.
Yeah, that show was like crazy, dude.
What show is that?
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
Oh, that must have been an episode I must have down on.
Yeah, it was like the one they won the Emmy for or something like that.
Oh, no, I think I know what it was. Yep, I'm familiar with that episode.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, the ones I've watched was the one with the chip, and then, what was it? The one where like your whole like social status in the world, like, or your like wealth status and stuff, was based on how many like
is determined by your ranking.
By your like ranking and how many followers and shit you have on social media.
Dude, that was
already a thing. China has a good social index.
Pretty much, it's on its way there.
Yeah.
Like, well,
It's
I
a
mean,
little bit
you
different
pretty much
because,
are
like, if I don't, we don't have that many followers or anything like that, but, we're not, like,
no, like, you've heard about, like, the social index of China, right?
Mm-mm.
Like, look up China's social credit.
Hold on.
Oh, dude, I think I've heard about that.
Yeah. Like, it's kind of like a credit score, but it, like, affects more than just, like, your money. It's, like, your social life. And, like, people want to have friends and shit and associate with people with better social social credit scores and shit. It's, like, straight out of Black Mirror, like, 100%.
Yeah, that's creepy. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's weird. Well, it says here that they're just testing it in a lab, like.
Yeah, but it's still, like, a government is, like, testing this on people.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah, it works as a mass surveillance tool and big data analysis technology.
Huh.
It's like some real life experimentation shit, like on a mass public.
Yeah. All right. Well, last topic. Tiny brains grown in a lab.
Little bits.
I don't see that there was an article linked to this one. I'd like to read about it. But where did you?
I'm gonna search
Ooh,
it.
yeah, I messed up there.
That's all right. I'm sure I could Google it and find it.
Yeah, just Google it real quick.
The genius who grew tiny brains in a lab. All right, BBC.
Yeah,
we got
basically it's
City
just
Lake.
like raising some morality questions and shit.
Well, why does that raise morality?
Well, if they ever use them for like brain implants.
Well, that's the idea. Is like your brain is like you can grow one, but it's like the way that we like make decisions are based off of like massive amounts of experience and knowledge and memories. So I don't think you could like unless you could somehow find a way to like to fill the brain with like your memories, it'd be kind of...
Yeah.
But it's pretty crazy like they're doing. And I remember like when we were in school, they were growing like ears on the backs of rats in labs, like, all that stuff. Now they're growing brains and hearts.
Oh yeah, remember that?
Eyeballs.
Remember that South Park episode with the penis?
Yeah.
The rat has a penis on its back.
Yeah.
I guess I could see where the morality
Mr.
comes
Garrison.
from because, right, somebody's brains, the way they think and who they are, is unique to their brain and their consciousness, right? So, growing a brain and using brain trans, there's nothing to say that person would even be the same, right?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Could you grow this brain to be how you want the person to be, though? You know what I mean? Like, grow each brain for a different personality trait?
Yeah, but then you're just going into, like, cloning and stuff. Then you're going into, like, cloning the brain.
It's stem cell research. That's what it is.
Yeah.
The scientist that made the brains used stem cell to, like, get skin samples from people and stuff.
See, so... Look, I don't mind growing shit on the back of rats, right? If you want to grow a new ear on the back of a rat and use your own, fine with me. I don't care. As long as it looks normal and whatever else, who cares, right? But the problem with the brain is that, dude, that's still something that's still being studied to this day, right? The whole idea of consciousness and all of that stuff and how we think and how thoughts are formulated, and it's just like it's such a complex thing to all of a sudden think that you can just recreate that.
Right.
It's just
at the moment they're just using it that's why they're using it, to do studies on the brain.
Right. I'd support that 100%. But just all of a sudden grow one and say, we're going to stick this in a human body.
Stick this in someone's
I wonder if that head transplant ever happened that it's really popular in the news.
I never heard about that.
I heard about that. I think it did happen.
I know it was supposed to happen. Let's see, Express, Vox. No, there has not been a successful head transplant.
For some reason, that's like a "oh really" moment. There's been a successful head transplant.
Well, this is recent, very recent, within a month, because they said it was gonna happen, but now they're saying it's soon gonna happen, and no one can prove that it's happened yet, and yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if they can actually prove that it worked. That'd be pretty insane. To see there's just so much to study.
Yeah.
Well, I think that about. Go ahead.
Yeah, like one last thing, like it's kind of like that doctor that claims he can do this head transplant. It's like back in the day, like there's some kind of people like I'm a genius. Like look at my like technique for like curing like fucking insanity. Like we're just gonna put this ice pick down your fucking eye shaft, tap your brain.
Yeah,
But
because
it's
that
like
makes
like yeah, is it gonna work? Like we'll see. I know it's a lot more scientific now, but yeah, well we'll keep our eyes open for that one.
Yeah,
All right, well, I think it's about time to wrap this up.
I think so.
Justin, go ahead and do your thing.
My little spiel. Thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, you can follow me on Twitter and subscribe to the channel. Throw any comments, things you like, things you didn't like, things you want to see down in the description. We got everyone's info down in the description as well. Follow us, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.
All right, Pat.
I don't have anything. I'm a ghost.
That's right.
If you can find me, good luck.
Don't say that because then you're gonna make it like a
Yeah,
people are gonna go find you.
Next thing I know, somebody takes my debit card.
All right, you can find me on Twitter at Code and Bright. You can follow our Drunken Podcast Twitter. I usually post when we're recording. I'll do like little Snapchats of the script that we're writing, and then I do, of course, video all the times that we post a video. Make sure you click on the timestamps to jump around to the subjects that you want.
Yeah, good job, Corie, on the times.
That shit's fucking ridiculous. Anyways, I have to listen to our fucking voices like 500 times to get it, like the exact part that I wanted to get to. Anyway, follow us, subscribe, comment,
subscribe,
thumbs up,
whatever.
everything. Share with your friends. Tell your friends.
Tell your friends, like, listen to these dumbasses.
Yeah, listen to these fucking retards talk. Think they're like,
pretty much.
They're good at like what they do, Whatever. All right.
All right.
Thanks for sharing this beautiful podcast with me today, guys.
Yeah, you guys have a good week. It's always good hearing from you guys.
Yeah.
Love you.
All right. And we're out.